Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it. Ready to have a little bit of fun with this new Jack Daniel's Triple Mash Blended Straight Whiskey. But before we dive into that, first and foremost, let's just keep it real. It's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the lovely mothers out there. My lovely wife, Mrs. Judge, she always takes care of me. Of course, my mom as well. And then again, everyone, all the other moms out there. So it's your day. Enjoy it, and I hope you have fun. And hopefully you're sipping some good whiskey. Also, should say happy belated Kentucky Derby. I missed it, unfortunately. I tried to do my best to get out to Kentucky, but wasn't able to get out there. But hey, hopefully everyone enjoyed the Derby and have some fun, some mint juleps, and enjoy themselves. Cool? All right, so we are back at it, and we're going to have a little bit of fun again, as I said, with the Jack Daniel's Triple Mash Blended Straight Whiskey series, the whole Bonded series. So this is actually pretty cool stuff because Jack Daniel's came out with this new series. You have this one here, the Triple Mash, and then they have also just the standard Bonded Tennessee Whiskey. And I was so excited about both of them. I was like, I want to give them separate reviews. But most important, I was really excited for this bad boy. So I was like, let me just dive into this one. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit. So, honestly, Jack Daniel's changing up a little bit is actually pretty cool by itself. When you think back over the last 10 years, other than the most recent series, like the whole the Tennessee whiskey, the rye whiskey, that's barrel strength, and that whole limited series that comes out once a year, up until the last 5-10 years, Jack Daniel's honestly really didn't change it up a lot. I think about them. I think about Maker's Mark, until they had the whole wood finishing series. Neither one of them, they were both very much old school, but hey, they finally caught up, right? Maker's Mark did the whole wood finishing series. Jack Daniel's is now looking to kind of change it up a little bit. So this is like a milestone, honestly, for them introducing this new Bonded series. So shout out to them. Really impressed. So let's see if this whiskey is good. So what do we know about it? So the MSRP on this bad boy is $35. So it's $35. It is 100 proof, and it is also a bonded whiskey. So a bonded whiskey, bottled and bond, but it's a 3 blend. So you have a blend of American malt, so it's malted barley, Tennessee rye, and then just standard Tennessee whiskey. So you have a triple mash. And yes, if you're like me, I was wondering, is that really legit? Can that still be bottled and bond with having 3 different whiskeys in one? It can, as long as each one of the mash bills follows all the bottled and bond rules, the age 4 years, exactly 100 proof, government warehouse, and on, right? And also all the distillate coming from one single season. As long as they each make up the requirements for being bottled and bond, they can be blended at the end of the day, and it still is considered a bottled and bond. So if you're like me, you may have had that question, and it's the truth. I looked it up. It is the truth. All right. So a $35 bottle, no exact age statement. All we know is this aged at least 4 years. And again, 100 proof. From an availability standpoint, gosh, I've seen this in New Jersey. I bought this bottle in Maryland. Unfortunately, I have not seen it in Delaware, my own state. That's kind of sad, actually, to say. But I will say, a lot of my friends across the country in certain states, they've found it as well. So it started to become more and more readily available. All right, let's get into the nose real quick. Wow. So the nose is very interesting. So I will say, again, a triple blend, right? So the mash bill is 60% Jack Daniel's rye, 20% Jack Daniel's Tennessee, and then the 20% Jack Daniel's malted barley. Each one of those have their own separate mash bills, and I'll fly that in as well so you guys can see it. But the nose is very different. It obviously has the smokiness from the traditional charcoal filtering process, but the nose is quite unique. It screams a couple things. It screams almost like a cherry cola, some blackberries, some strawberries, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of mint. Wow. And maybe hidden in the background a smidge of almost like cinnamon, or a cinnamon notes in there as well. So very sweet, very smoky, and definitely have some notes of cinnamon in the background. The nose says, I like it. All right, hey, a $35 bottle. a brand new series from Jack Daniel's. I'm praying this is a great bottle. So I poured a little bit like I always do in my Affinity bottle. So let this actually had a chance to kind of open up just for a couple of days, which is cool. So hey, I say this all the time. I really appreciate everyone watching the channel. 3 quick, easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. If you've tried this, let me know your thoughts. And last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I produce new content. Cool? All right. Cheers, everybody. Okay. That's interesting. One thing, before I even get to the nose and palate and the finish, one thing I should say also, this bottle design is definitely different. So that looks like Jack Daniel's decided to go with the 700 milliliter versus the traditional 750 milliliter. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's slightly different. I mean, I guess technically you're not getting as much value for your dollar because it's only 700 milliliter versus 750, but hey, it is what it is. It's still a $35 bottle. So, all right. I want a little bit more before I give a final decision on this bad boy. Yeah, that cherry cola, blackberries, strawberries, a little bit of like mint, a little peppery, and definitely a little bit of cinnamon. The nose is actually amazing on this. I actually like the nose a lot, honestly. For a $35 bottle, the nose is extremely well-rounded just from a nosing standpoint. All right, here we go. Okay, so the verdict is in. Bourbon Judge, is this a buy? Am I running out? Is this the next thing since sliced bread? The verdict is in. Folks, in this courtroom today, we have a split decision. So let me explain the reason why. You guys know me, I'm always big on why. I think, honestly, the nose is, as I said, amazing. This is why I gave it a split decision. The nose is amazing. The palate and the finish is, the palate is here. It's a bit thin for me, and it just falls off way too quick on the finish. I wish it was a bit more well-rounded, slightly more robust. Again, the nose was amazing. But again, for a $35 bottle, that's the reason why I gave it a split decision, right? It's $35. If you find it, I would say definitely grab it. Try it for yourself. You may like it better than me. Maybe not. Who knows? But do I think it's one that you need to run out and chase and hunt and so forth? No, absolutely not. It's a decent bottle. I think it's definitely priced very well. It should be a $35 bottle. I love the fact that they are at least changing it up a little bit. And we'll see, right? We'll see if the standard bonded series is better than that one. So, hey, before we drop off, make sure you catch me on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live for my next live stream along with some of my patrons and with Woodville Whiskey Company as I do my first barrel pick. Extremely excited. Until the next time, folks, peace, cheers, salute, much love. Take care.